Hello and welcome back for episode 49 of Animus Absentis. I'm excited to see what you all get into this week because I didn't leave you with a cliffhanger last week like I usually do. And so now you can get into trouble all on your own. It's going to be great. Um, Before we jump in, though, I'm going to introduce our sponsors, say a few words about that, let everybody introduce themselves and their characters. And then also, I do have a special little announcement. Let me get the little blurb into chat here. Starting tomorrow on the Animus lore and roleplay server, we're starting a roleplay event. So if you have enjoyed this sort of world or galaxy that we've been playing in here and would like to play in this little sort of sci-fi sandbox yourself, you can do so. The link is in chat. It's been opened for patrons and a few other people to sort of make sure everything was working and to give some folks some early access into it. But we're opening it up to everyone, starting literally right now. So the event starts tomorrow, so you can hop in tonight if you want to and start working on a character sheet and cool stuff like that. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM in Discord or Twitter or whatever. But there is the link in chat. And then next we got sponsors, which is Fundamental RPG, Intrepid, Die Hard Dice, and the Fantasy Network. Fundamental you can pick up on Amazon right now for the physical copy. It's the system that this game runs on. You can also pick up the PDF at coffee.com/raven if you want the digital version instead. And that version is on sale until the end of the month for half off, so you can pick it up for less than $10. So it's a really good time to grab a copy of that. Intrepid is adventuring gear for real life, so just a bunch of really cool products with a tabletop theme to them. That's also at the coffee website. And then Die Hard Dice is at dieharddice.com. They make incredible metal and polymer dice and a bunch of other really cool stuff. They are my absolute favorite dice company to use for all my dice. You can get 10% off your entire order with them if you use the code Blackfeather. It's all one word, capital B. And then currently the one that I really like, which there's a link to in chat, is the Fey Bloom set. It's a blue and purple gradient. It's super, super pretty. Go pick up a set of those as well. And then finally, the Fantasy Network. If you want to catch up on this show or others that we have on the channel, you can do so at watch.thefantasy.network. All that out of the way, let's hop over to our top left with Jay. Tell us a little bit about Sparky and yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay or Alien Jays. I'm a writer and a game dev, and probably something else that I'm forgetting. You can find my stuff on itch.io at Alien Jays, not at Alien Jays. Anyway, yeah, under the username Alien Jays, pretty much anywhere on the internet. Who I'm playing tonight is Sparky, who is slowly becoming less paranoid, but is never going to become less anxious, or maybe it's the other way around. And they are what is in effect a clone of some previous hit person or other that was actually a badass, and now that they've lost their memory, they're a total courageless hack, and they're just starting to get it back. So we'll see where they go.
All right. I would say extremely cautious. They're not cowardly. Next we've got V. Tell us a little bit about Annie and yourself.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. As Jay is the first third of the Canadian crew, I am the second third. I'm also an artist. I do traditional work as well as digital stuff, and if you'd like to take a look at any of that, you can certainly do so. I have an art Twitter, which is at Pepero Draws, and that's Pepero like the candy. And I play Annie, and she is the only member of the crew to have gotten her memories back after they were wiped out by Daisy. Which Annie is starting to forgive and move on from now, finally. Before the memory wipe, we kind of always joke that she was a sort of space anonymous, where she would hack into larger corporations and steal from them sensitive information, and in kind of like a Robin Hood kind of deal, where she, instead of stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, she would steal from the rich and sell to the less rich. So that they could use that information. But, she made a little bit of profit on the side, which was fine by her. Do with that information what you will. None of her business. But yeah, recently she's gotten her memories back. They also have her little brother on board, Liam. So she's happy about that. That's in her mind the safest place he can be is with her, where she can actually keep an eye on him, despite the fact that they always get themselves, the crew get into these wild situations and shenanigans. But as long as she can have her eyes on him, that's the most important part, I think. But yeah, that's Annie.
Awesome. Next we got Alex. Tell us a little bit about Billy and yourself.
You don't know Billy yet. I can't tell you anything about Billy. You'll have
That's
to
totally fine too.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a digital artist. You can find me around at Can Chaos Art. Sorry, I'm finishing working on this character sheet and being distracted.
You're totally fine. All right. And anything else? Was there anything else that you wanted to say about your art or anything, Alex?
Nope.
Okay. All right. We'll hop over to Goody. Tell us a little bit about Captain and yourself.
Hi, I play Captain. Captain is an android, and the captain of the ship. She is also a Black Ops murder droid. She doesn't really have much memory of what she had to do, but she knows she had to do it. We still haven't really fully seen what she's capable of, but we've seen her, kick down a whole wall. So there's that. But yeah, there's really not much about me. Yeah.
All right. That just leaves me. I'm Raven. I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for all the various things that I do, most of which are tabletop related. My link tree is there in chat, or if you can't see chat right now, it is linktr.ee/theraven, like it's spelled below my face. And then, yeah, I play everybody else in the galaxy, including Daisy, Seth, and Liam, who are on the ship, the kids, as it were. And of course a number of NPCs scattered throughout the galaxy as well. But those are the three that come up the most. Specifically Daisy, who is, or was the big bad of season 1, and ended up being part of the crew, and now is one of the good guys. I heard that in my head, Jay. But yeah, that's pretty much me and what I do on the show. Last week we left off where we'd figured out that it wasn't actually a ghost haunting this old Quince and Pillar facility. That it was somebody that had been part of not even part of, but an unfortunate bystander of a experiment to try and phase material in and out of our sort of reality. And unfortunately, it went terribly wrong, and they got wrapped up in it and got phased out. So nobody could see them. You could hear their effects on the environment around you a little bit, but it, for all intents and purposes, they effectively were a ghost. But we figured that out. You've got a couple of the pieces of the puzzle for that sort of mystery. Something to work on, maybe that will be useful in the future. And I believe we're going to have Seattle is going to stay behind on the planet to try and keep working on that mystery and probably help out our poor friend who got our poor janitor who got wrapped up in that explosion at the facility.
I'm still mad we didn't get to adopt the slimy ghost, man.
I know. I was a little bit too. I rolled for it, and the dice
I believe
said no.
you said sloppy ghost man.
Yes, I did.
Sloppy ghost.
Sloppy
That's
ghost
what it was.
man.
Yeah.
Sloppy ghost man.
Samuel Anderson. That was his name. I had to find my notes. So, with that sort of wrapped up, what's the rest of the crew gonna gonna do from here?
What do we need to do? Like,
That's-
what's
yeah.
our?
Well, we needed money, right?
Yeah, you said we have what 190,000,
Yeah.
and what is it we're trying to get money for
I
again?
don't remember.
I keep losing track because originally it was for a ship, but we got the ship,
I think it's upgrades for the ship because we wanted to get a rail
a rail
gun,
gun.
which, let me check my notes, was like 100 grand if we bought it and had them install it, or it was 90, I think, if we bought it and installed it ourselves. But there was, bought 75,000, but there was a lot of checks to be done if that were the case.
Well,
Yeah, and if you fail any of those, you could end up like
destroying
messing
our
up the-
ship.
Yeah, well, not the ship, but the gun that you bought.
Oops,
And
the
that's a lot
alignment's
of-
off.
With a rail gun, that
Yeah.
can be a little worrisome.
Yeah,
Just
it banks a little
randomly-
to the left. And by banks,
Yeah.
I mean it just aims a little to the left. No matter where you
It puts some sort of weird spin on it, so it actually like
Yeah.
curves, which is
God.
weird because we're in space. I don't know how that works, but it's just somehow we did it.
If any crew could find a way to do it, it would be us.
The only way to curve bullets is in space. It's not true. It's not true at all.
No, I know.
Angelina Jolie says otherwise. That was her, right?
In
that
the
movie-
movie Wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took me a second.
Yeah, where she like curves the bullets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that was her,
The
yeah.
other thing, the other thing we wanted was a point defense system to shoot down incoming missiles, because that sucked last time.
That really did suck.
Yeah.
And other than that, I don't think there was
How much did we run numbers on the
We
point
didn't.
defense system?
No, I think Raven might have said it was similar to the railgun cost. I don't remember though.
Yeah.
So we need at least like to stay in the red or in the
Yeah.
black,
Yeah,
like $200,000.
yeah, it would be ideal. We could probably scrape by in 100 grand, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of money.
I'm an anxious individual who's like, no, I won't spend this money until I have a nice cushion.
Yeah, and in our line of work, that's probably not a bad way to do it. Our line of work being destabilizing corporations.
So how do we want to get money? Are there other people we can contact about like
Yeah.
mercenary work? Because
Are there like new fixers?
like
Yeah. You can absolutely try to track one down. They exist. They're not terribly uncommon. The main benefit of working with Tolan was just that you had the pre-existing relationship, so you didn't have to worry about like who's gonna
Oh, I guess, yeah.
double cross you or pay the best rate.
Take a job from the feds.
well, that relationship's
Not
kind
true.
of been nuked from orbit.
Mhm.
So
So thanks, Tolan.
I like how we blame him, even though he was probably just as
Yeah.
expensive.
You know, can
It's
I
literally
can
the
I
same
make
situation you were in.
Can I make a confession here?
Please.
Sure.
You know when something happens and you're like, I don't know what that means, but the conversation continues to go, and you're like, well,
Oh,
at this
no.
point, it's too late to ask. What the fuck happened to Tolan?
The feds used him as bait to get us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he took a deal from the cops, the same as we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
They escorted him away, and he's back doing his own thing again.
Yeah, but
Okay.
under the watch of
Presumably-
the... Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? For a
presumably-
brief moment there, I thought he died. So this is better. This is
No,
fine.
no. He's
If
still
we
It's just
alive.
us over
encounter
here
him, he
kicking
might.
his corpse. It's like, thanks, Tolan.
Yeah. So I
He's-
was too afraid to ask earlier, but
Strung
I
up like a
figured it got to the
pinata
point where I
guy.
just didn't know. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it would take a lot to kill that guy. I mean, his ulcers might do it before us.
He's like a cockroach.
I mean,
Kind
it
of is.
literally took a small miracle for the GPF to find him. So they went through a lot of trouble to trap you all.
Yeah, he's gonna go through a lot of trouble when we find him.
I mean, he better feel like stupid special that we went into that looking to rescue him.
Yeah,
Like-
Econorlax put it well. He's just dead to you, not dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
but for Android, it might be on site for her.
Oh,
Like,
I would like
Noted.
to over this character sheet.
Yeah, I can do that.
We can. I was gonna say we can discuss what we're gonna do. Vanessa, but also Annie. Does Annie kind of have any ideas about what we could do or would like to do, even? Because we don't necessarily need those guns right now. Not at least for the stuff we're doing.
He's currently got some weapons, I think.
Yeah, we have like basic like cannons, I think.
Honestly, I have no large input. I'm okay with trying to find another person to replace Tolan.
Okay.
Continue on the way, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me.
What kind of jobs do we want to do? Like, do we want to go back to being criminals? I don't have any problem with it. It just means we paint
I mean,
a
it was
target.
fun.
It was really
I mean,
fun.
heists are a lot of fun.
They're a
They
lot of
are.
fun. I miss getting to make outfits for heists.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
But-
we could probably do a couple of those just for old time's sake, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just worried that with the new ship and all that the feds might notice. Maybe not notice it's us, but they might notice.
Also true.
True. I mean, they're gonna notice us eventually anyway.
That's true.
Is there anything we could do for the Shell Corporation to make money? Like, is it doing anything right now?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
This isn't super exciting on the surface anyways. Of course, I'm going to make it exciting. But on the surface, it's not super exciting, but there's always moving freight. Like, you have a big ship now.
That is true. We could.
Or passengers.
Raven, do these hands...
Passengers are fun.
Do these hands look like box moving hands? The only boxes I want to move with these are safe deposit boxes under gun and key. But no, I like moving freight is actually fun. I just felt like doing that bit for some reason.
But what if
No,
we
I love
end up
that.
with like some chick in a box?
With a young doctor.
Literally
along with it?
all I can
He's
hear
getting airlocked immediately.
is 100%. It's creepy. It's just creepy.
We've
There-
talked about this.
Yeah.
All I can hear is a specific song in my head that I can't sing for DMCA reasons, but just
Yep.
Hate
you know,
that. I'm so sorry.
yeah, just the phrase "chicken in a box" every single
I think I know where you're going with
holiday.
that. Yep.
So, I mean, it's a hazard, but also we did this once with medical goods, and Rip showed up, so it can't be worse than that.
True. Like, what's Rip gonna do? Like, we'll just throw the like. We can just be like, Rip. We
Not
saw
now, buddy.
you doing janitor work. Like, sit
Yeah.
down. Like,
Rip, do you need a job? You look down on your luck.
honey, do you need a few bucks? Are you
Yeah,
okay?
do you need a shower? It's okay. You can come to us for help. We're friends.
I'm pretty sure if like that happened and you ran into Rip would just be like, "You fuckers again! That's it. I'm retiring.
I'm out.
Going to
I'm
Mars.
quitting."
Going to my ranch."
Well, be careful
Mars
because you know
owns a
they say
ranch.
Mars is haunted. So
The captain just very playfully
like-
says, Mars is haunted. And he just stares at her like, what?
Put
It-
the
it would
pieces
be-
together, Rip.
It would be like from a scene from The Office where the actor just stares at the camera. That's what it would be like.
Yeah, basically.
Like, this is a whole galaxy. How do I keep running into you people?
Right.
I mean, that's probably what Lagu's thinking.
Probably. Anyways,
Bless
so yeah,
Lagu.
there's moving freight. There is taking on passengers. There are a lot of rooms that are empty.
Legal jobs.
Yeah, jobs of questionable legality, or there's always the option of just straight up crime, which you can get from a broker, or you can just choose a target yourself and go ham.
Yeah, we did that once.
There's also piracy. Pirates are fun.
Oh yeah, that could be. We don't have any guns.
Not enough guns.
Yeah,
Not enough, no.
yeah.
That's fair.
I want a point defense system before we get into anything serious. That is a very serious lack of defense on our ship.
Also, you still need a name for the ship.
Also, we still need a name. We haven't broken it in. We've barely taken it off planet.
Yeah, you do have a railgun, and you have a light cannon.
I thought we didn't have any real.
Those are
There's no
carryovers.
real gun.
Those
Yeah,
are trained. Sorry, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You have some gun. I think it was just the light cannon.
It was just the light cannons. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I might have just not taken some of the guns out when we copied the ships over.
Gotcha. You do have some armor and shielding. I did add those in, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
They are in the inventory section if you want to see what they're called, as well as your engine speeds.
Oh yes, yeah.
But basically, the armor and shielding and everything is from the fundamental book. It's the light armor, I think is what it was, and a shield. And in terms of like stats.
Okay. So what we could do is, if we find a fixer, we just tell them we need semi-legit, semi-criminal jobs, or possibly fully criminal. I don't really care.
We can also phrase it saying more like, "We're here for work and we are flexible about what kind of work that is."
I hate telling any employer that I'm flexible. Like, oh yeah, I can adapt to any situation except whatever the hell you're gonna throw me into.
That's what makes this a fantasy world.
I know.
The fact that any of us would be telling the truth in that question.
That's true. I mean, not that I am. Hi, I'm looking for work. I'm not. Yeah, I think that'd be okay. I'm good with that. Annie?
Yeehaw.
So the consensus was, sorry, what was it?
Find a fixer.
Find a fixer. Okay.
And then lie through our teeth.
Would you like to do so through existing contacts, trying to see like who somebody that you know uses, like word of mouth type deal, or do you want to look at the, for lack of a better analogy, yellow pages under crime broker? Yeah, here we go.
I think we might be better off not going through previous contacts, just in case the feds have bugged them.
That's fair.
Yeah, we should probably more cold call it, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. That said, too, we should probably also think up, like, not our real
we
names.
needed IDs. We needed fake IDs.
I think we might need to do the fake IDs first. Yeah.
That was on Earth.
Yeah.
So
Shoot.
A ways away.
You are currently in the Exterioris Rim, and Sol System is effectively 2 systems away. So you'll go through a full tank of gas on that. Just as a heads up.
So are we headed to Earth then?
I think so.
Great.
And what speed did I give your ship?
0.76.
So it'll take you about, if I remember right, that's about a week to go from where you are to Earth.
Wait, sorry, was that the sublight or the FTL?
FTL.
2.7? I think that's a point.
We're
Yes.
at a planet still right now, right?
Yep.
You are currently, yes.
Should we, like, for a limited amount of time before we leave, post, for lack of a better term, a Craigslist ad asking if anybody wants transport to Earth?
That's thinking. That's why you're captain.
That's really smart, actually.
Yeah.
You are able to do so, and there are, let's let's grab.
Or really anywhere in the system on the way, like
Yeah, Mars, Phobos.
We just become a bus,
basically.
live out the rest
We're
of
a
our days as just a
greyhound. We're a
bus.
space greyhound.
Oh,
With guns.
so I rolled a
Yeah,
d12.
space greyhound.
There is one person looking for transport
Oh
off
my
the planet.
god.
Oh. And nobody has any goods they want transported or anything.
Oh, goods could be a different thing. Let's
Goods could
see
be.
how many people want to transport cargo.
Yeah, I got about 70 chickens. Don't really want them anymore. Just take them.
Oh,
There are
God, I
6
hope
people
Seattle
looking to
took his
transport
rooster.
cargo.
Oh no. Yeah, I think Seattle probably took his support animal.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry to interrupt. Quick question.
It
Would,
leaves
S-
cooler.
would Seattle have taken the cryopod?
He left you the cheese cooler.
Okay,
God damn it.
because I knew it'd be split across the board as to who wanted that thing gone.
That means that's going to end up being Daisy's new project.
Father like daughter like cryopod.
Yep. So yeah, there are 6 people looking to move some cargo. And this is, like we mentioned, primarily to use the term factory town sort of planet. So most of the cargo is industrial. It's not really going like to commercial locations or anything like that. They just need to move it from here, probably to you know what? Let's have them shipping it to Station 329, which is between Mars and Ceres, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, it's Sirius or Ceres. Yeah, either or works.
Speaking of only having read words instead of
Mhm.
heard them.
That's a weird one too.
Mm-hmm.
I first learned that one from Sailor Moon.
Nice.
That's awesome. And that station is owned by Pezos, just as a heads up, something that you would know.
I can never not picture it as Jeff Bezos' head on a Pez dispenser.
And now I hear the
That's-
song
that's-
every time now too.
That's my headcanon, yeah.
Well, it's his too.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's one person looking for travel, 6 people looking to transport cargo. Who would you like to speak with first?
Let's talk to the human passenger, or well, the people passenger.
They are human, yeah.
Okay, we haven't really encountered any like aliens, so I'm like,
As of right now, alien like humanoids don't exist in this galaxy.
fair enough.
That could change the further humanity gets out. Like, you're really not that far past Centauri in this galaxy. In this
Season
setting.
12 of Animus, we
Hell
find
yeah.
aliens.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just want you to know, if it gets that far and there's aliens, I'm gonna play an alien.
Well, duh.
Noted.
Just put that out there.
But yeah, so it is. Yeah, they are human, and they are. This is a person who is kind of tired of their life here on Tops Prime, and are looking for a change of pace, and they would like to transfer over to. Let's see. Let's have them go a little bit further than that. Where could they be dropped off?
Where are we dropping?
We literally dropped them. It's a
Here's a
skydiving
complimentary
experience.
parachute. Thanks for
Yeah.
flying air, whatever this ship is called.
Sloppy Ghost. Can we call the ship the Sloppy Ghost?
No. We had such a cool name before. Yeah, this was the SS Sloppy Ghost. Permission to talk.
They want I was gonna have them go to Fuel at Matt's, but that's not very far, and I want y'all to make some more money at this. So Proxima Diende in the Centauri system, which is on your way.
Okay. So who wants to talk to them?
Essentially, all you're doing is negotiating rates.
I think Annie should. Because I saw a bus and I felt like pushing a close friend on her. That's not like I'm fine with doing it. I don't want to be the only face of the party.
Annie can do it.
All right, then I need a speech roll from Annie.
Oh, please let us wash away the shit rolls that I've been having.
In Animus? No way!
I just want to have a nice, chill outcome once.
We've had a few.
Well, that's not too bad. Look at that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty alright there.
So you talk to him. His name is Garth Tucker, by the way, and
how's she cutting, Garth? Sorry, I'm assuming.
That caught me off guard.
I'm going to make an assumption here and say that How's She Cutting is strictly a Newfoundland thing.
Yeah, not a lot of boats in my landlocked province. Yeah, I've never heard that. Love it.
What does that mean?
How's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's she cutting as in like a boat cutting through.
Oh, okay.
I assumed from tone and context that that's what you meant.
Yeah.
And yeah, Garth, unlike me, without skipping a beat, just goes, "Oh, it's fine. I'm just tired of things. The 9 to 6 job is really not great, and yeah, corporate dystopia. The 9 to 6 job is really not that great, and I just want to get a change of pace. So I'm gonna go work on a farm over on Proxima Diende."
Farm work, an interesting choice. Sounds like fun.
Well, it's a change of pace, anyways. So I just need passage. What's your rate? And if you do a quick space Google search, you'll find similar rates for that far. Probably around 1,000 credits, roughly.
Yeah, I'd say she'd probably keep it around then. Yeah, Garth seems like a wonderful person. Let's not drive up the rate too much. So yeah, 1,000 credits or so.
All right, cool. He agrees without any issue. So you've got a passenger. You're able to set up a time to pick them up and whatnot, and take them to the ship. And
quick question for you, Raven. How much was it to refill our tanks?
It is 10,000.
So how about that cargo?
We still haven't talked to the cargo people.
We should talk to the cargo people.
Yeah. Actually, hold on. 1,000 to go from. Yeah, that's only going to take about 3 days to get there or so. So yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, that's not bad. Okay.
The cargo, there's a lot more of that. So let's just do one more speech roll to negotiate with. I'm assuming you're just going to talk to all 6.
Yeah.
So see, I can take on some of that too if you want.
As can I.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, we can divide and conquer if you like.
Sure. 2 each.
22. 37.
Hold on. Where did it?
That's actually the most I can roll without a crit.
That's awesome.
Jesus.
And 17. All right. So
My battery was low.
My human battery is low.
I'm gonna let the dice decide some things here with adjustments for your rolls. So let's see, that would be... Alright, so 7,000 for androids contacts.
Okay.
4,000 for Annie's. And then let's do this one. And then so you got a 37. Yeah, that actually works. Sparky
500
manages to get-
credits.
Sparky manages to get a contract with. It's not one of the main 6 corporations, but it's a larger subsidiary.
Okay.
And you actually ended up getting 80,000
Fuck me.
credits, but
There's a catch, isn't there?
not so much a catch. It's just like you have 0 cargo space left after they load everything in.
Oh, that's
Okay.
fine.
Fucking-
You were using
Fucking
it.
show off.
Yeah.
I didn't plan to, I swear.
Like the vault's full, the cargo bay's full. You might have had to like use a couple of the bedrooms for storing some boxes and stuff too. Like you are packed to the limit.
Cool.
But yeah, you get all the cargo loaded up. That probably takes a couple of days just to handle all the logistics and get everybody on board. And by everybody, I mean the boxes and Garth. And Garth picks a room, unless you like have a specific one for him, and settles in.
Wow.
He's pretty quiet.
Is he suspicious?
Why don't you give me a gut feeling roll? Anybody who would
Yeah.
like to do so? Oh, for,
Is he made of crewmate material?
or for Cap? No. Or for Captain, you can roll sight if you'd prefer to notice like anything that seems off.
Oh, thank you. I was like, don't make me roll gut feeling.
all I
I
can
don't
picture
have guts.
is someone like advertising this new material. Ah, yes, crew material.
27.
Will stretch to accommodate any task.
You do not notice anything off about our friend Garth.
Okay.
Sparky,
Are
you're
we
unable to
doing
tell
this?
if that is like a bad feeling
If
about
it's-
Garth,
Yeah, I was gonna
or
say.
just ambient anxiety.
Yeah, can't discern from background anxiety. No.
Pretty much.
And are we doing this under Conch Core?
I assume so.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Yeah. We may as well
Just
build
checking.
up some actual contacts and make it look legit.
Yes. Okay.
And then was Annie rolling for that as well, or no?
That's just a gut feeling on Garth.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? It's probably not great that I just keep rolling things because. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
25.
Same as Captain. There's doesn't really seem to be anything off about Garth. He's just quiet and seems to just be looking for a change of pace. Maybe it's a midlife crisis or something. You're not sure, but they seem fine. They're not suspicious.
No weird boxes that he won't let out of his sight.
No, there's not a giant clamshell box that he won't let out of his sight, and he's not
Okay,
wearing
good.
rose glasses.
Good, because airlock, I'm telling you.
I mean, he's already paid you, so
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
that's
True. See, that's a
Plot
slippery
twist, we're
slope to
terrible at our
piracy.
job. We just throw everything into space.
Well, they paid us, and we just have a dumping ground for all the shit they had us carry. Just toss it all on a moon somewhere.
or just throw it in space.
Yeah, but occasionally you like to go and sit on the trash heap and wonder what could have been
It's
this
great for
throne
bonfires.
world. Yeah.
If only we'd done our job responsibly, what would that have been like?
It's a monument to our sins.
What do you think, Garth? And you just got like a Garth popsicle
Yeah.
next to you.
Oh, gee, I don't know. I quite like it here. It's cool.
We just start telling people it's an art installation.
Yeah.
My God.
Oh no, it's a cast.
How-
It's a cast of him.
how this
Yeah.
crew went from we're never gonna kill anyone and we're gonna find non-violent options to just straight pirates.
5 easy steps from ex-criminal to criminal artist.
All right, so I'm assuming you just want to take off and go. No stops along the way aside from delivery of cargo.
Yeah, take off.
Yeah.
Eh?
Okay. Is there anything that you want to do in transit? Because the whole trip's going to take probably a little more than a week because you're going to have to make a few stops to deliver things. Excuse me.
No, I can't think of anything.
All right.
I also, I know you've probably got something in the works, but do we have a way to introduce Alex's character?
As soon as
I don't want to like jump over everything.
Yeah, as soon as you're ready, Alex. I assume that Billy is just either stowed away, hidden somewhere.
I swear, if Billy is the 80,000 cargo. When you said 80,000, I was like, fuck, is that Alex's character? We're not going to make the payday.
No, that's legitimately like
Don't say
it's like
medical goods.
It's not medical goods, and Whitefall doesn't come into the equation at all.
I was actually thinking the medical goods that Rip tried to kill us over, but same thing.
Okay. No, it's a bunch of like, to use a modern day equivalent, Amazon boxes basically. You're just taking it to a hub.
Are
Okay.
we porch pirates?
No, it's not porch.
No,
pie.
but we could call ourselves that.
Oh my god.
Does anyone have porch anymore? It's space. Nobody has porches.
You do. They do
I
have
thought
porches. Yes, there are houses.
I thought you
and
meant
they're-
that in real life, and I was like, I have a front porch.
No, it's all a bourgeoisie lie. It's just
It's
more
tiny,
ground.
but I have one.
Just
Like
dirt
the
with a
birds.
roof.
Oh my god, I love that idea, Econorlax. Leaving Garth on a pile of trash is a great setup for having a con of this universe that will be the big bad evil guy of season 8.
thought I was dead when you left me on this godforsaken fresh heap, but I've made my empire here.
There's like nothing there but trash. Like,
Yeah.
there's no empire.
We're
It's
like-
just
we're like-
trash.
Who are you?
There's just trash and raccoons, and
Yeah.
he's the emperor of the raccoons. So
I love that
Alex,
for him.
however you would
Yeah.
like to come about, I will leave that up to you. But those are some options. You could just be in a room, and you're like, hey, where did everybody go? You could be there intentionally stowing away, or hidden somewhere else on the ship.
Well, has anybody checked the walls recently?
Oh god.
We did. I think we did when we first boarded, didn't we?
Seattle probably did.
Yeah. But probably not like super thoroughly.
No. The captain's just gonna tend to the garden.
All right. Because yeah, you do have an arboretum, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a
Um,
better ship.
Yeah. And yeah, Garth pretty much keeps to himself. The only time you ever really see him is when he heads to the shower, which, when that does happen, you do hear rather loud singing that sort of echoes through the hall. He's actually got a pretty decent voice.
Has this Garth got a last name by chance?
What did I say his last name was?
Something that rhymes with looks?
If you say Brooks, I'm gonna smack you.
No,
Well, it's a good
oh
thing I
God,
didn't
no.
say it.
What did I say his last name? Tucker. It was his last name. Garth Tucker.
Listen, I don't like country either. I'm just live in a province that does.
Similar situation for me. But no, it's not country music.
Okay.
It's like folksy kind of music. And yeah, you can hear it echoing through the halls. That's about the only real peep you hear out of him, unless you happen to be at dinner at the same time and you initiate a conversation.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Okay.
he doesn't really talk a whole lot.
Can Captain initiate a conversation,
Absolutely.
please? So in just like in the mess hall, I guess.
Mhm.
She's going to sit down across from him and just ask, why do humans make music when they groom themselves?
Oh, well, you see, it's it's a way to pass the time. Do you ever, like when you're flying the ship or I don't know, doing whatever it is that you do? Do you ever have background processes, figuring other things out, unrelated while you're doing that?
Several at all times.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. We don't really have those things to do in the shower, so we get bored, and so singing just sort of takes up that space.
Huh.
At least that's why I sing in the shower. Plus, it's just nice.
You are on pitch.
Gives you a curious look, but says thank you.
Android just leaves. She just leaves.
He just sort of shrugs and goes back to his food. All right. Anything else?
No.
All
No,
right.
I think Sparky's probably mostly trying to make some sort of, work in the vault, but usually probably spends a lot of the time in their room or just wandering, because I assume, like, this is what I always loved about back rooms, is they're always a maze when they're full, so they're probably just, like, wandering around, letting their mind drift.
That's cool. Can I get a sight roll from you if you're
Yeah,
doing that?
100%. Sight is something I'm half decent at.
Hey, nat 20.
Just half.
You you spot a Seth, probably like foot or hand or something like that, just barely behind one of the boxes.
Okay, I'm glad you said, like, behind one of the boxes, because all I pictured was like, oh my god, we crushed him! Like, pull the boxes out and there's just squished.
It's just Seth body parts scattered across
Okay.
the cargo bay.
Yeah,
No.
he falls apart like that sometimes. We'll put him back. Little ball and socket, man.
Surprise, Seth was an android the whole time.
That would explain quite a bit. So Sparky, I think Sparky will clear their throat, like really, like pointedly at the hand or foot.
There's like a Seth eye that peeks out from around the box. Annie's not there, is she?
You're on a ship. Like, it's not
And I'm hiding.
right. Sparky will walk up to you said Seth, right? My brain keeps
Yeah, it's
transposing the
Seth.
two. Okay. So Sparky walks up to Seth, kind of like leans against one of the boxes. Do you know what happened to me the last time that I hid from Annie when she was mad? I mean, you should.
No.
You should know, because you were there.
Okay,
It was worse when I
was
actually
it?
went.
What was it? GM is having trouble remembering.
No worries. It was basically like it was way worse hiding than it
Oh.
was to just go and like rip the band-aid off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's essentially what Sparky's getting at, is like, it's gonna suck either way, but she might not kill you if you go find her now.
See, I'm kind of hoping that she gets to Liam first, and works off some of that rage.
Sparky leans in really close, like, have you met Annie?
Yeah.
She's got more than enough rage for both of you.
Okay, that's fair.
Somewhere in the ship, Annie's ears twitch.
Yeah.
Someone is talking about me.
In defense of Seth, like, Liam is absolutely the mastermind behind this, and Seth was
100%.
almost an innocent bystander.
Almost.
So Liam deserves it, but yeah, that's what he says. He's
Yeah.
like, all right, fine, I'll just go talk to her.
Plus, and Sparky just shrugs and keeps walking. Because I completely forgot what I was going to say, so they're just going to fuck with him.
Seth just stares blankly at Sparky as they walk away. It's just like, what the hell did that mean?
Just spread a little anxiety in your day, you know? Give somebody else a portion of yours. Be kind.
Sparky's the anxiety fairy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Sparky is to Seth
Little
what
there.
Annie is to Sparky.
I mean, it's got to go somewhere. Listen.
Yeah. It's
all-
the
It's a pyramidal
sandcastle.
structure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's the sandcastle fiasco all over again.
100%.
Yeah. All right, so Seth. It goes out of the cargo bay, and eventually we'll find Annie. What is Annie doing? Speaking of,
That is a very good question. For the sake of simplicity, let's say that Annie is in the mess hall getting a snack.
okay. In that case, yeah, Seth will poke a head around the corner and be like, "Hey, Annie."
So, I apologize, Seth, because I'm only doing this because I was inspired by Sparky, but
This poor
Annie,
kid.
yeah. Annie turns and looks at Seth, and it's just like, "Oh, hi, Seth," and then goes back to her snack.
Yeah, he doesn't trust that at all.
As he shouldn't.
It's like, hey, yeah, so about the thing that Liam did, he's very quick to point out that Liam did it. So just wanted to apologize for, because he showed it to me and I just reaction laughed. So sorry about that. That Liam did a very bad thing. Yes, sorry that I laughed at it.
You know what, Seth? It's completely fine. In fact, Liam told me that it was all his fault and that you were an innocent bystander. So he's taking a little stint in the infirmary right now. So if you'd like to visit him, that's where he is. But don't worry, he definitely told me that you had nothing to do with it. So he decided that he was going to take the brunt of that punishment. So you're scot-free. It's fine.
He's like, oh, right. Yeah, I'll just, maybe I should just go say hi.
Yeah, Seth, you do that.
And Seth goes to the infirmary.
As he turns around and leaves the kitchen, she like whops him in the back of the head with a cracker or something. Acts like nothing happened. She didn't do it. That's fine. It was the sloppy ghost man.
Ship's haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh my god.
We just got this thing. Come on.
It always
Liam
was.
is in fact not in the infirmary though.
Yeah,
It's
I
like that
figured.
line
Oh,
in,
Can Annie touch base with the doctor before this so
Absolutely.
she can set up her master plan? Can we have the doctor tell Seth that Liam's dead? That he just succumbed to his injuries?
Sure. I will need a that's gonna take a charm roll to get the doctor on board with this one. Not because not because they're particularly against it, just because it takes effort.
Let me just double check. Yes, I'm charismatic, so I can re-roll a presence check if I need to. I will certainly do that.
Good call.
Excellent. It's a 41.
Fantastic. Yeah, so with a 41, you convince the doctor to play along. And yeah, Seth goes down to the infirmary, rubbing the back of his head. And it's like, yeah, Annie mentioned Liam was in the infirmary. Like, is she really that mad? And the doctor hams it up. It's like, oh, listen, I've been a surgeon for years and I've never seen anything that gruesome. Like, really lays it on thick. And let's just see how convincing
Shout
that
out
is.
to Doc. Like, oh,
Okay,
perfect.
they lay it on a little too thick, but
Aw.
but that's like, sure, whatever. And the doc's like, yeah, no, Liam died. And it gets Seth for like a second. He's like, he's really freaked out. Sort of turns around, looks behind him. She's a psychopath. And then figures it out, like, oh, does the damn it, Annie sort of thing. And goes to find it. Actually, go find Liam.
He's not dead. Surprise, Seth.
Yeah. Good prank. So yeah, you definitely, like I said, unfortunately, Doc put it on a little too thick, but you still got him.
Listen, laying it on too thick is like having too much sunscreen.
You're oily and
I got
after.
I got nothing. That's it. Proverbs don't need explaining. Oh God.
All right. But yeah, you get the prank done, and then if there's nothing else, you get to the planet where you're dropping off Garth. Probably make a couple of stops along the way to deliver some cargo, and yeah, Garth takes his stuff and just like, well, bye, and walks off the ship. So the only...
I was gonna say, after he leaves, Captain Kit is gonna run a scan of the ship. Just to make sure he didn't leave anything sus behind.
Could I get a sight roll from the ship's stats?
Yes, let me.
It's a new ship. Is the name of it.
New ship.
I think I'll call you Nuzu.
Nuzu.
$32.
32.
You do not find anything in the room. There's nothing.
Well, on the whole ship, like.
On the whole ship, there is something apparently in one of the walls.
Captain's gonna go investigate it.
All right.
Where is it?
Where is Billy in the walls there, Alex? Muted.
She has basically wedged herself up with like a small breathing tank up near the heaters that help keep the arbarium at a proper temperature.
Okay.
Now, with the scan, would I have been able to see if this thing was people-shaped at all, or is it just a thing?
With a 32, yeah, maybe not that it's exactly like, you couldn't be like, oh, yep, that's a human, but you can tell that it's roughly humanoid shaped, and that it is exhibiting a heat signature consistent with a human.
Captain's going to go and she's gonna kind of quietly knock along the wall until she hears a difference. And then right by before the sound changes.
I roll a hearing check for this.
Absolutely. I mean, basically just don't get a 1 and you'll probably hear it. Of course, now that I've said that, you're probably gonna want. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, usually.
And can I add my cybernetic implants to that?
No, not in this case. Mainly just because it's not that hard to hear. 24, yeah, you hear the tapping.
Right. She's gonna start moving.
And then as soon as the sound changes, Captain's just gonna wrench the wall open.
Oh my god! Could I?
Has like in between the wiring at this point and is basically trying to get the fuck out of any sort of arm range of whatever the fuck just tore off a wall.
Remind me to call
alright,
Captain
so-
if ever I have rats.
Alright. So 2 things. I need a blend-in roll from Billy, and I might roll from Captain.
20.
22.
Roll with advantage there, Billy. Because it takes Captain a couple of good yanks on the wall to pull the
Correct.
panel off.
7.
Can I
Okay.
roll with Android bonus?
Yeah, you can roll sight with
Use my
the Android bonus. Huh?
I use my cybernetic implants for this.
Do your
So-
cybernetic implants have some sort of stealth technology in them?
Oh, no.
Then no.
So 25 plus 6 is going to be a 31.
Okay.
All my advantages as ways of basically playing off the cybernetics.
I gotcha. You do have an advantage if you really want to stay hidden.
No, honestly, this works out well. It means that she did pretty good against Captain.
Okay.
Well, actually, Captain only got a 25. I got a 27.
With the Android bonus, because she's
31.
actively
Still,
searching for
still
something.
pretty good.
Yeah. So, yeah, she does find you there, Billy.
And my eyes are lit up, just for the record.
Oh, good.
You see what looks like a human in some sort of overall jumpsuit thing. It looks like she's got like a patch over one eye, fairly large hair, dark skin, and like it looks like it's been rigged together. It looks like a small, like low oxygen work area device over her face as she's just like yelling, "I don't have any weapons! I don't have any weapons!"
Captain just says, "Who are you?"
That depends on who you are.
I am the captain. I repeat, who are you?
Somebody who's really trying not to be any trouble.
You are not armed?
I do not have any weapons currently on me.
Come out immediately.
She kind of crawls out, and yeah, she's like 5 foot.
So Captain's only barely taller.
And like she's pretty well covered up by like the jumpsuit, and like there looks like a jacket on top of that, and like big work boots. It looks almost like a miner's uniform.
Captain isn't like poised for battle or anything, but she just kind of folds her arms and stares. State your designation.
Who are you with?
We are not with anybody.
I don't know if that's better or worse. You can call me Billy.
Billy,
Yeah.
how did you arrive upon the ship?
Well, have you ever heard of ticking?
I'm sorry, I misheard you. What?
Ticking.
Ticking?
Yeah, it's where you jump from ship to ship And you do as best possible to like stay out of the way of the main crew and stuff, and you basically you borrow a little bit of their oxygen, you make sure that small repairs are done, ticking.
I am familiar, yes. Have you been eating our food?
I mean, I just got here, so not yet.
Have you broken anything?
I don't eat very much food.
Have you broken anything?
No,
And you are unarmed?
I don't have any weapons on me. If I were unarmed, that would require losing both of my arms, and I don't want to. Like, there's this look of like remembering something like that happening, and I don't want to do that.
Captain's going to send a message to Sparky. Will you please come to my location? She's gonna send it to Annie too.
Okay. Like, is this just a text?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Sparky will send like I think they probably have like a worried frog emoji at this point. So they'll just send that and a thumbs up, like a kind of paranoid. Yeah, and they'll head over.
Annie as well.
So the scene we see is just Captain and Billy. Like, there's neither of them are like at odds with each other?
No, Captain is just going to, like, with an open palm in a very, as best sarcasm as she understands, do kind of like a ta-da towards Billy.
I love that.
And say,
Perfect.
I believe I found something in our walls.
You also
I
can
will
see that the
repair
wall's
that
been, like,
later. Like, she points
wrenched
to the
open.
horrible wrenched open walls as, I will repair that later.
Sparky kind of like seeing that wide-eyed, looks over, like leans over to Annie while still looking and goes, "Elevator door."
Annie just has like her hands on her hips, and she's just like, "Huh, I'll be damned."
Told you. Sorry, who are you? How did you get on board?
I just ticked on at the last station.
You what?
I ticked on. Ticking.
Like a bomb?
No.
I believe she means like the parasite. However, she claims that she would occasionally offer small repairs throughout the ship, but essentially she would be a parasite.
Sparky makes a small note in a side like pocketbook, like, look up what ticks are. Yeah, pro tip, they don't have those on Mars. It's a totally different parasite.
Wait, please don't look up ticks.
No, I know what ticks are. Like, we have them in here. Like, I'm just, yeah.
The audience, they are horrific things.
They're awful, yeah. Check yourself when you go in grass, kids. It's summer.
Yep.
So, Sparky nods like, okay, were you going somewhere specific?
Just no.
Sparky's gonna
You've
like,
been-
go ahead.
Annie's just gonna say, so you've been hitchhiking with no destination, with only God knows who, just to see where you'd end up?
Yeah, you can put it that way. Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
Are you associated with the GPF?
No.
Does the word Lagrange mean anything to you?
the garage.
Good enough.
Sparky's gonna hold up a finger to Billy and just motion Captain over, just to do a quick little huddle. What do we do?
She seems harmless.
Do we just drop her somewhere?
If she has a site, perhaps, but if she does want to fix things, she could do small repairs. I don't know what her skill level is. We left Seattle behind. We have no engineer.
That's true.
Sparky says we could drop her off somewhere, and Annie just kind of shoos in with like, yeah, Sparky is pretty good at just dropping people off, so it is an option.
Sparky is forcing a smile and not making eye contact with Annie.
Annie gives Sparky one of those really forceful pats on the back, like the ones that look like surface level. Haha, good one, buddy. But they're actually just like slightly too hard to be that.
Yep. And they're just kind of
gives your shoulder
holding,
like a little squeeze.
They're holding the smile while wincing, like mm-hmm. Do we? I mean, we should probably get rid of her before, like not get rid of, and they'll look at Annie. But
Annie has like this
before we
pleasant
get to
expression.
Earth, before we get where we're going to do the thing we're doing.
I am fine with her being on the ship. She is small. She won't take up space, but if she has no reason to be here, then we can drop her at a station or something.
Yeah, see, Cap, her size is not really my concern. It's the fact that we just switched ships. We literally just got this new boat for the sole purpose of flying under the GPS radar. And it doesn't seem too safe to me if we just start letting people on. You had to rip off a wall, for Christ's sake.
That'll probably buff out, right?
It will not. It will have to be forcibly put it back into place.
Is that happening right this moment, Alex?
I'm
You're muted. There you go.
pretty to Billy just like looked at the wall, put it back into place, and then forcibly hand by hand shoved it back into
Like crimped it into the
used the palm of her hand and her arm and just thunked the bolt back in place.
Okay. Yeah, that is successful.
At that point, however, Captain did not like that.
Oh no.
Captain is going to
Code
extend
elevator.
blades.
Code elevator.
Annie just holds out her hand, like that palm upward motion. That's just like, oh, here we go.
yeah. Sparky is like
Good,
hands
Alex.
off, backed up.
Weapons? I don't have any weapons.
You just display.
Told you.
Actually, she's gonna state your designation.
Sorry. I thought you understood. If you wanted me unarmed, you're gonna have to take my arms off. I'm really sorry, and I really don't want to have my arms taken off.
Captain is still visibly confused. I read you as human. Am I incorrect?
Yeah, I'm a human.
Captain's going to put the blades away and then reach out and feel Billy's wrists.
Well, it feels an awful lot like android skin over something very different feeling than android. A lot more muscle bundled feeling sort of thing, but it isn't human.
A tiny little voice in Captain is gonna go, ew, it's squishy. Then Captain's just gonna let go and say cybernetic.
Yeah. Can you not tell anybody about that, please?
Tell
What?
who?
Thank you. Okay, good. Good. Thanks.
No, who? Who would we tell? There's like...
As I said, we are not associated with anybody.
Oh, sorry, it's been a long year.
Captain's going to slowly re-extend the blades and say, do you think this is standard either?
I mean, I've seen some really weird shit. There was one dude who I was taking on, and it sounded like he like inhaled in helium only. I kid you not. I don't know what was wrong with his with vocal cords. He needed them retuned or something. But it just day in, day out.
Was this person a mercenary?
I mean, I guess I don't like look into that sort of info when I'm taking.
Captain's just going to look at Sparky and Annie and say, she meant Lagu.
Why is this universe so small?
Captain, not understanding the sarcasm, is going to look at Sparky and just say, it's not.
Annie's just gonna like pat Cap's shoulder very lightly and go, human sarcasm, Cap, human sarcasm.
Oh,
I don't need a bed or anything. I can sleep almost anywhere.
look, where do you wish to be dropped?
I can get off the next port or anywhere. I can get off. I'm sorry.
That is fine. You may have a room. We have no other passengers at this time.
Are you sure? I mean,
Nobody's using them.
people usually aren't this polite if you get caught taking.
We're not like what you'd call a normal crew.
Okay, okay. I have one question.
What?
Why is your cryo pod full of cheese?
Because we...
Why
It just is.
cheese?
He just is.
Poetry about cheese in your cargo bay. What did you do to this AI?
The person who created that is not on the ship at this time. You would have to ask him. But from what I understand, the cheese is tasty. You may sample some if you wish.
I'm lactose intolerant.
That is fine. He'll write a poem about it, I'm sure.
Okay.
If you tell Daisy about it, she'll probably figure out how to make dairy-free cheese to keep it in the cooler.
True. True.
More afraid of dairy-free cheese.
What was your name?
Billy. You can call me Billy.
Okay. I'm Sparky. And Sparky's not gonna say Annie's name, but they'll just gesture towards her in case she wants to make up a new.
Annie, because she has to make everything difficult, especially for Sparky. You hold out your hand to her, and she waits a beat, and like leans in closer, waiting for you to say something, and goes, "Damn, Sparky, you're getting old. Is there something wrong with your memory? My name is Annie. Annie. Hi, Billy. I'm Annie."
Mm-hmm. This is Annie body that could be on this ship. Really replaceable.
Annie really woke up today and chose violence.
Anarchy,
Captain just
huh?
states very Captain just states very blatantly, they're arguing at this moment.
Why?
I do not know.
Sparky's gonna shrug like, couldn't tell you. Thought we were cool.
And as I stated before, I am the captain.
But you're an android.
Yes. I am the captain.
Oh my god, did you achieve sapience? I heard about that. I've heard about that. Sometimes it'll happen.
Sapience I am unfamiliar with. However, I am a form of technology that is not supposed to exist on record.
Yeah. I've heard people talk about it, but
But just captain. If you request or need anything, let somebody know. It'll get passed around to somebody who can do it something or cares. There's a doctor on board and a few other crewmates.
actually, do you have a diagnostic area I can use?
For your cybernetics?
Yeah, she finally like pulls and this eyeball is like half damaged in the socket sort of thing. I've been having some trouble.
You may plug into mine.
Thank you. And she covers it back up.
Are you claustrophobic?
I mean, not really. I mean,
I suppose I found you in the wall.
I grew up in the asteroid mines. If a little bit of claustrophobia got to me, I wouldn't have made it past 3.
Good, I sleep in a closet. Come, we'll plug you in.
Billy heads off to follow Captain.
Random question for everybody, really. Which is going to sound really weird, but just go with me on this. To use a modern analogy, would the crew on this ship prefer like a Windows operating system, Apple, or Linux?
I know nothing about
There's a reason
Linux.
for this question.
Okay,
I'm
well,
immediately put at odds.
Apple would
yeah,
Linux. I
Sorry,
prefer Windows because I know Windows.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
Okay.
like Linux
I can do
as a
Mac,
theory
but like,
works. But in practice, I would not trust Linux to run a fucking coffee machine, let alone a starship.
goddamn right.
Okay.
Oh my god, we can't shoot the guns. You gotta recompile the kernel. What does that even mean?
Okay. So Windows.
Windows
essentially,
sound
yeah?
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So then your operating system will be made by Quince in this galaxy, so Billy, as soon as you look at a computer console, you might have a little bit of.
Can't use that. I'm really, really sorry. I cannot use that.
My dock?
It's incompatible. I'm really sorry.
Which system do you use?
Not that one.
I suppose we could ask the doctor if they have anything that might run on a different system. But again, we are not directly associated with.
No,
Are you being hunted at this time?
well, I mean, as long as they don't know I'm alive, yeah.
I mean, we are not associated with anything. We're not linked.
Yeah, but look, it's thank you for what you've done so far. I'll be fine. Just drop me off at the next port. I'm real sorry. I'm.
Is this a matter of you needing to not exist?
No, they don't want me dead necessarily. Probably would rather I'm not dead. Not so sure they mind brain dead though.
I think that's probably a good time for Daisy to come rolling up on a hover Segway that looks like a frog and go,
It looks like a frog now.
oh yeah, a frog with wings.
I thought it had flames on it last time.
Was it flames? Maybe it's a frog with like flames on the side. But yeah,
She's a
frog
busy girl.
Yeah, frog imagery was on there at some point. Yeah, and just is like, did we pick up new passengers? And then I think that's a good spot to take a quick break. So we will take our halfway 15-minute break, and next episode, Unicorn Toad. Don't tempt me. She might do it.
She'll do it.
But yeah, we'll be
spending
back.
her own money on that.
Oh, I mean, she's not spending her own money, but it's also not the crew's money, so it's fine.
There.
Yeah. So we'll be back in 15 minutes, so go grab a snack and a drink or whatever you need and stretch your legs, and then be right back here in 15 minutes. We'll see you then. back. So as I mentioned, Daisy sort of rolled up right before we went on break and was like, "Oh, is this a new passenger?"
Yes, we'll be dropping her off soon. However, and then Captain like rubs two brain cells together. Do you have any form of charging dock that might not use this particular interface?
And yeah, Daisy starts listing off like, sure, what do you need? Like this voltage, that voltage, this connection, that connection, like huge list of them.
Billy kind of like goes over and like peels open a chunk of the skin of her arm, exposing a small charge board. Is like, but that size, but it can't run on quints.
Right. Uh-huh.
Is Daisy gonna faint? Oh god.
No.
Like,
She's worked with enough androids that like that doesn't weird her out.
Like muscle tissue, but muscle tissue as if it was made out of mechanical parts.
Is there anything like squishy or fluidy that she's seeing?
The skin is like weirdly squishy in that when it kind of seals back together, you can't see the seam again.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That won't make her too squeamish because she's worked with androids before. It's mostly like, just a...
Nothing currently leaking.
Yeah. She's like, right. Are you an android?
No.
Okay, I'm going to table that for now. Yes, I have something that I think would work for that. And she turns around on her hover Segway and scoots down the hallway. I'll be right back.
Okay.
If anybody would have any form of plugins, it would be Daisy.
She does this sort of work a lot.
Oh yes. That thing she's riding around on, she mostly did that herself. It's not supposed to hover.
Yes, I'll take statements out of context for 200.
You're welcome.
Is it supposed to look like a frog?
I'm assuming yes, this whole crew has a strange obsession with amphibians. I do not understand it.
Well, I mean, they're good eating.
I would not know. I do not consume food.
A few minutes later, Daisy comes back with, it's like, have you ever seen somebody who does a lot of like handiwork or building things that has like a sort of like a rope ring, and then in the rope ring are like rolls and rolls and rolls of duct tape of various types?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, but with like phone charger type deals that are all rolled up with little zip ties.
Right. So I also need I need to use a diagnostics.
Do you have anything that would work for that as well, Daisy?
Because I need to repair this, and she lifts up the eye patch, and yeah, that's a little bit more ick.
Sloppy.
There's charred edges, possibly.
Yeah, I think Daisy's going to get faint, not fall over, but just like really lightheaded all of a sudden. Like, oh, okay.
Captain is going to read her.
Yeah, and Billy's like immediately putting it back. I'm so sorry.
No, it's...
Daisy, please sit down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does. She just like sits down on the Segway. It's like, yeah, you're good. I just wasn't expecting that. Just a little bit of a, shock. Diagnostic, yeah. And she like digs around in her bag and pulls out a tablet that's a little bit smaller than what she usually carries around, and is like, yeah, this has got some like off-brand operating system that's not Quinn's.
And it's not connected to anything else, right?
She's like, oh, and she flips it over and like pops open some casing and pulls something out and closes it back up and hands it to him. Like, no, it's not.
Okay. Thank you. And she takes the cable and the pad, and she kind of goes off into a corner of a room, sits down on the floor, and like she's pulling small tools out of like pockets and stuff, and like she's spread like a small, like the cleanest piece of cloth that she has sort of stuff, and she's going to plug in and start working on getting her eye out while running diagnostics so she doesn't like kill herself at the same time.
Yeah, Daisy's
So don't
just like,
surprise her, is what you're saying.
yeah. He's like, you know, I should probably get the doctor to come help with this. I'm gonna go do that. And she sort of takes off on the Segway towards the infirmary.
I mean, it's not my wet works that are having problems.
Would you prefer if I assisted you?
How good are you with tweezers? Because so I kind of need. See, you see this big cord that's going into my head? It's got to plug in about 2 inches into my skull. That I need you to press the little tabs on the tops and bottom of it and pull out.
What would I have to roll for that, Raven?
That sounds like nimbleness.
Can I add Android to it?
For
For like stability?
I'll say yeah.
Cool.
Doctor's gonna be coming into the captain, pulling out somebody's eye.
28 plus 6, so 34?
Yeah, it's a little touch and go, but you managed to do this without damaging anything.
So now I'm just holding her eyeball or what?
She's out and takes it back and thank you, and she's starting to like take off the broken bits and stuff, and it looks like she has like a couple of spare pieces of things that looks like it may have at one point been an android eyeball that has been like taken apart again and again and again, and she just like rebuilds it so she can have it on hand.
My goodness.
Do what you have to.
What would I need to roll to replace parts?
I'm gonna go with probably tech engineering for all of this stuff.
I am not nearly as good as Seattle, fair warning.
No worries.
What do you think,
I
though?
was gonna say, you got 3 people who can help.
Yeah. 27, and then you've got training in cybernetic implants, right?
She's just got cybernetic implants as the tool.
Yeah, you can
Add that? Okay.
you can add that to self-maintenance stuff, yeah.
Alright, so it's basically 34.
Yeah, you're able to reassemble it or replace parts or whatever is going on with it and get it fixed.
Great. Now I have to plug it back in.
Yeah.
Is it here yet?
Sure. The doctor can show up.
Oh, right. Are you the doctor?
Yes. You're holding your eyeball.
Yeah. Can you help me plug it back in? It's really easy, I swear. There's just this little, you'll see this little indent like 2 inches inside in the back there.
I'm familiar with how eyeballs work. Why are you holding yours? What happened?
It got damaged. and I had to replace it. Or parts.
It is cybernetic, Doctor.
Ah, thank you. Important information. Yes.
Oh, I kind of thought the plug at the end may have given that away.
It did seem odd, but, you know,
Some people juggle geese.
Sometimes I feel like the Doctor can't see the forest for the trees, so like.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're like, I just, just didn't want to assume. Yes, let's see what we can do. If you'll just follow me to the infirmary, bring your eye with you, and we'll see what we can do.
She rolls up all her stuff and shoves it back into the pockets of the jacket and follows. Still just holding her eyeball.
Love that. Yeah, they escort you to the infirmary and get you on the table, and yeah, it takes them a little bit, but they're able to get you fixed up with your eye put back in.
Captain is going to go start researching things on the bridge.
Do they attempt to do it again on her?
Most likely, yeah. It's probably the very first thing that they do.
She's gonna protest that.
Okay.
I mean, it's better for you all if you don't.
And the doctor, who wasn't privy to the other conversation, is just like, are you one of those that's afraid of scanners? Because really, there's
No.
centuries of research on it. I can show you.
Oh no. It's just if you're caught with scans of me, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble, and I don't want to bring that on. You've all been really nice so far, and I don't want to cause that sort of trouble for you.
I mean, I am a licensed doctor, and it won't get me in trouble to scan people.
Can you ask your captain first?
Yeah, they get a very confused look on their face and message Captain. They're just like, Captain, the patient would like to ask you a question.
I'll be there. Captain goes there.
Please plug my eye back in. Or give me a mirror and I'll do it myself.
They
Sir,
seem... Sorry, go ahead.
I can. Is there a reason the doctor is incapable?
Look, you've all been really, really nice, and it's really not a good idea for you to be caught having a scan of me on your ship, and I don't want to cause you that sort of trouble.
I'm
Captain
unclear as
hears
to
those...
why. Captain. The doctor says to Captain.
Oh. Captain hears the words like, "You'll get in trouble for having scans of me," and just kind of like, her mouth kind of like ticks up in the corners, like, with a sort of like smile, and says, "There's a lot of things and people on the ship that we would get in trouble for having."
No, you don't. I'm not supposed to exist.
I'm sorry, you whispered, did you say you're not supposed to exist? Sorry, just out of character hearing.
In character, yes. I'm not supposed to exist. Yes, that's what she said.
Captain is going to lean in closely and whisper back, "Neither am I."
Billy's just kind of looking at her like wide-eyed as she's like, okay.
And then she's going to say, "The person you met with the blonde hair, is Sparky pink or blonde right now?"
What color
It's
is
silver
Solid
at one
fucking
point.
question. Yeah, silver.
Silver. Is it silver
You know what?
still?
I think specifically they've gone black.
Okay, good for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best friend left the ship. I'm sorry.
No,
Oh,
you're
it's fine. No, it was actually because Annie's being an asshole, so they didn't want to stay with the anarchy look till everything was copacetic again.
She's gonna say, the person with the black hair, they really don't exist. There are so many people. The ship does not exist. Nothing here exists. The doctor here, half of us aren't even sure they're a doctor.
Okay, now she's looking even more fucking worried.
And Captain's
Just
going
like-
to...
I am a doctor. What is wrong with you?
Captain's going to say, I apologize, that was human humor.
Oh, right. I never understood that very well.
Captain's just gonna glance at the doctor and then go back to like Billy.
Look, don't say I didn't warn you. Okay.
Oh, it's fine. The cartel wants us, GBF wants us. Everybody wants us, and they've never caught us.
Almost.
Almost.
That's me, not the doctor.
Caught.
How good at terms are you with Quince Price or Quince Pillar?
Never met her? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
God. Bit of information. So you, literally everyone knows who Quince and Pillar are. They're on the corporate council.
I know.
Okay. And I was gonna say the medical equipment in the infirmary is also mostly Pillar.
Also,
brand
the
stuff.
facility we were just at.
Yeah, it was Quince.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
have
that
never
too.
done official business with them. We have no contacts with them. This ship just came with this stuff.
Yeah. Other reason why I'm not exactly comfortable with the scan. Yeah. Can he just please plug in my eye?
Certainly, I'll plug in your eye.
Somebody please just plug in my eye. Like,
The doctor.
Please, looking really confused and really like, oh, these are nice people. I don't want to ruin this for nice people.
The doctor's just looking still confused, like, all right, but if something pops up, you can't sue me for malpractice later.
The captain's just going to say, is litigation seriously a concern for you at this point in your life?
There's a pause. Well, you can't come crying to me later if something else is wrong.
I can usually fix myself, but that's okay.
The captain is again going to say, Doctor, I am familiar enough with your personality that human emotion has no effect on you.
Yes, but when people come complaining, it's distracting and annoying.
You have sedatives, use them.
Are you telling me to take a sedative, or do you want me to use one on the patient?
If someone were to come to you crying in hysterics, I assume that's what you would do to handle it.
Well, that's fair.
Kelly is making a note to never ever go to the infirmary now.
Good call.
Okay, most of us don't go there unless we're dying, so.
I mean, yeah, like, got a bullet hole? God, I guess we gotta see the doctor. Like,
Doctor's just like, really? You couldn't fix that yourself?
Yeah,
fine.
get on my level, idiots.
But yeah, you're able to put the eye back in.
Yep. So she's got like one brown eye and one green eye currently.
Oh, that's a cool look.
and she's like rubbing at it a bit to like get it seated properly and stuff, and it kind of the iris is a little bit off size from the other one, sort of thing, and it's not like quite the exact same shape.
So it's like a David Bowie look.
A little bit, yeah.
No shame.
And she's like, "Oh, that's been bugging me for weeks. Thank you."
We have a full mess hall if you need food. We serve fresh vegetables and food here from our own arboretum and hydroponics lab.
You're just gonna let me have food?
There are not many of us here. This is a large ship. Yes, you may eat food. You are small.
I'll stay out of the way, I swear.
Don't go back in my walls again. Do you understand?
Yes, I promise.
Then find a room. We'll drop you off somewhere.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome. And she'll just walk off to the bridge.
Billy's kind of looking a little bit lost because she has no fucking idea where she's supposed to go now.
Okay.
Just been left in the infirmary with the doctor, and she's just like, hi.
The doctor's just... What was that last part?
Do you have a name?
The doctor just sort of stares blankly until you say hello, and then they're like, "Hi. Yes, I'm... You just call me Jackie. That's
Jackie.
fine."
Hi, I'm Billy.
Hi, Billy.
Gee, I should probably go somewhere. She just backs out of the infirmary.
And the doctor just sort of stares blankly at Billy and doesn't say anything the entire time.
Turn her back on this guy for a second.
And the doctor just shrugs and goes back to what they were doing.
So Billy's wandering around the hallways, trying to figure out where the fuck she's supposed to go.
I think Sparky will eventually find Billy.
Especially since Liam hasn't been told there's a new person.
Yeah, that's probably why. Sparky goes and finds Billy. Go ahead, Raven. Sorry.
I was just say Seth also.
Yeah. So Sparky will kind of flag Billy down, and be like, "Hey, so what's up? Is it? You look like you have two now."
Yeah, the doctor helped put it back in. Is the doctor always so...
Yeah. Sorry, someone just blared music outside my window.
Party at Jay's house.
Yeah.
What can I say? It's bopping. God, I'm so white. So... Sparky will like gesture down the hall towards where the rooms are. Be like, let's go get you a room, and maybe, you know. Do you eat? Do you need something to eat?
Love some food.
Okay, yeah. We'll find you a room, and then we can go get some food.
Well, they find her room, and she has absolutely nothing to put in that room.
This is, I guess, where you'll sleep. And Sparky looks not uncomfortable, but they have that look of like, I don't know who this is, and I don't know what they want, and a little part of me is screaming that they're gonna kill me. So imagine all of that coming through in the background while they're being just like normal and polite.
And
Cagey. That's the word.
Yeah. the the rooms kind of are set up like hotel rooms, like so it already does have like a bed, mattress, sheets and stuff. They're just like very generic, like mundane blanket and pillows and whatnot.
Being amazed that they found her ticking and they're giving her a room.
I mean, listen, normally when we find things ticking, they're bombs, so this is probably fine.
Yeah, like this is an improvement.
Yeah. Also, you weren't wearing a duster.
What's wrong with dusters?
You're not a hot cowboy daddy.
Mm, yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
You didn't shoot Annie. I mean, like, you have so much going for you right now.
Food?
I like food.
Yeah, let's get some food. Why don't you tell me what's where you're going?
No, nowhere really.
Hmm? So just drifting?
I mean, yeah.
You just happened to choose our ship?
Oh, I mean, it was the one going outside of pillar space. And,
So there's a place you're not going.
well, yeah.
Okay.
The captain said I'm kind of like you. Illegal.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like made of meat and stuff, so.
Well, I'm made of meat too.
Well, but like, not all of you.
I still have 40% of my original parts. Thank you very much.
Sorry, didn't mean to offend. Just I don't have metal bits in me. Well, no, that's actually no. I guess that is a lie. I do have some metal bits in me, but I wasn't aware of those until recently.
How would you not be aware of metal inside of you?
Why don't we get some? Why don't we sit down and eat?
Okay.
Hmm.
She's like nervously sitting down and like waiting to see what sort of food she's going to be allowed to have. Like she's not taking anything. Like
Jesus, Vanessa.
Would you like?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I'm sure you don't. I think Sparky will make something, just like a really simple meal, just like a lunch. I don't know, whatever time of day it is in space.
A BLT.
That's the one. A
Billy
big
wants a
luggin.
BLT.
Ah.
I don't know.
It's gone like she hasn't eaten in 3 days.
Yeah.
She might be crying a little bit as she's eating it. Because
Sparky, I was gonna say, Sparky definitely doesn't eat
Real
most of theirs, and they'll just like push the rest of theirs to Billy when she's done.
like got tears streaming down her eyes as she's saying thank you while just like shoving it in her face.
Oh, that's so sad.
So you're not going anywhere, and like you don't need anything to eat. Listen, I'll tell you what my deal is if you tell me what your deal is. We're not with anyone. I just want to know if you're trying to kill us.
But you've been nice to me. Why would I even want to kill you?
Because a lot of people want to kill us, and we don't know who you are. And I'm paranoid.
She looks real torn, but also like kind of absolutely fucking exhausted. She's just like, okay, what do you want to know?
Why are you trying to run away from like Quince and Pillar Space?
Because they made me like this. They've been getting recruits from the mining asteroids when we have accidents,
Oh.
and they use us to test their things. And I was the only success with a full 60% body replacement.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So what about you?
I am a clone of an assassin, and they put a thing in my chest that can override and make me listen to their commands. And we don't know how many of me there are.
Okay then.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's really weird, right?
It's
Like,
weird.
yeah.
Like what the fuck? And
Yeah.
I've seen ghosts in the asteroids.
Yeah, don't go to Mars.
Why
Yeah, just,
why should I not go to Mars?
it's haunted.
I got Mars ghosts too?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Girl, we got the Mars Ghost.
Slaps
ramen
Mars.
when
This baby can hold so many ghosts.
I was eating ramen when you said that and I about choked on it. That was great.
Oh,
I know, right,
God.
Ecuador-Lax?
Yeah.
This is very... I live on the edge, eating while this group talks.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to kill us anymore. Well, he might. I don't actually know. He doesn't seem like he wants to kill us anymore, but the guy who was the mentor of the assassin that I'm cloned from, I'm pretty sure I'm the clone. He, tried to kill us like a couple times, like more than a couple times, and he hit on our walls once, so that's why I was paranoid.
Wait, he was taking on you?
Sorta, more like spying.
Oh, that's cheap shit.
Yeah.
You tell him his name, and I'll make sure the other tickers know to get to wreck his shit when they end up on it.
I'm gonna say probably if anyone like ticks on his ship, they might like not live long enough.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not like when I say he's the one that trained the assassin that I'm a clone of. Yeah. No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of try to avoid the cartel ships and stuff. You know, a lot of times people don't even like look at like their ship's landing struts. That's where we always leave the best markers. And
Well, we're definitely gonna look there now. Thank you for that.
no markers on it and stuff, so I figured it.
It's definitely still gonna be. Mm-hmm. Can you maybe make a list of like tells? I don't really like people stowing because
I can put a note taking.
yeah, that'd be nice. That's probably good for them. Like it's less for us and more for them.
Your captain's kind of scary, but nice, but really scary, but
really nice. Yeah, she's good like that. She tore an elevator door open once.
I mean, she did tear the wall off to find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she kicked a wall down earlier. But she's nice. So where can we drop you off?
I mean, anywhere. I'll be able to take on to another ship, no problem.
Okay.
I don't want to cause y'all trouble.
I mean, it's more probably us causing you trouble at this point.
I mean, not really.
I mean, yeah, kind of. I'm legally dead. So.
I mean, they think I'm dead. They didn't find my corpse, but the collapse in that implosion in the asteroid should have destroyed anything in it.
It's kind of what I thought about the toe, but people are really, really thorough if they want to know.
And that's why I've been avoiding any of the Quincer pillar systems, because I'm pretty sure I got traces or something. I've been trying to go through and find anything, but
I mean, we could probably have a look, because we had to find when the GPF bugged our old ship.
that explains why the ship has no no tick marks on it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't want to cause you more trouble.
You're kind of already here, so may as well.
Just like to not set off the metal detectors anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Thinking I have a gun. I don't have any guns. I don't have any weapons.
I bet Daisy could make some ceramic replacements. Or maybe...
It's ceramic carbide.
Oh. We could probably figure something out.
Well, most of it is ceramic carbide. Guns are often made of ceramic carbide these days, too.
We could figure something out. We can talk to Cap and see what we're willing to do with you. You know, helping us mark the ship to not, take on any ticks. Is that okay? Are they okay with being called ticks?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's called ticking.
We didn't have them where I grew up, or where I was technically grew up, or where they made memories of me growing up, whatever that is.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have anybody doing that shit to me. That's weird.
Yeah. Oh, also, there's a couple of idiot, boys on the ship that you'll probably run into. Seth and Liam. Liam's the brother of of Annie, and then Seth's just here. So.
Am I supposed to think that Annie's hot? Because I kind of do, and it's weird.
I'm so not the person to ask.
Okay.
Yeah. So not.
I mean, out of character, the answer is yes.
Hey, yeah, 100% out of character.
Well, she's single. That you don't.
You struggling
You
there,
broke
Spark?
Sparky.
I never really ask. Never really was interested in any of that. We're not on great terms lately, I think.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
I would be if I knew what
She seemed like she was getting along fine with you back there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Why don't we go talk to Cap and see what we can do for you?
okay.
And they'll stand up and take the plates over the sink.
Okay.
You can see they visibly started sweating.
Bless.
is there anything that you want to do before you get to your location to drop off all of these packages?
Do we have a location? Like, is this stuff getting dropped off on Earth or just somewhere in system?
It is on Pezos Station 329, which is between
Right.
Ceres or Ceres and I'm just gonna call
I think
it Ceres, 'cause
it's
like
Ceres. Yeah.
that. Between Ceres and Mars,
Okay.
so not far from Earth,
Okay.
relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Billy, true to her word, has been a very quiet, like out of the way guest, and like you'll notice dishes get washed always, like right as soon as dinner's done, and like little things and shit. But she is pretty good at just like trying to stay out of everybody's way and be super polite.
Captain intermittently scans the walls.
She has not.
Daisy will probably talk to Billy a few times, mostly about nerdy stuff. Lots of questions about like really off the wall questions, like what base code does your cybernetics use to work, and how does it communicate with your brain? Like really weird technical questions.
Waiting trinary.
And Daisy's just fascinated by all of it. Yeah.
Especially since Billy's trying to explain it from being on the inside experiencing it.
Yeah.
It's like the worst part is I don't have a sense of smell. I have a chemoreceptor.
What is that?
It means I detect chemicals in the air.
Okay. Daisy probably knows what that is. I did not.
The ability to it's to you can just, unlike sense of smell, which actually gives you like smells, it's more of a you can sense different chemicals in the air.
Okay. That makes sense. So yeah, Daisy's just fascinated by all of it and probably has a lot of little nerdy questions like that.
Oh yeah, Billy.
Along the way.
Like finally, she's just like, what's the weird smell on the ship?
And she sort of like sniffs the air, is like,
like, okay,
Seth and Liam use this. Sorry, go
there's
ahead.
faint traces of fecal matter.
I don't think so. Like, well, I mean, at least it doesn't smell like that on the ship.
Like fecal matter and like seed oil.
And what?
Seed oil.
I have no
Are
idea.
you telling me that fucking rooster?
Chicken shit is what she's smelling
It's
You
absolutely the giant cock.
motherfucker.
around the fucking ship.
Yeah, Daisy's like, no, I don't know. I mean, we've had animals on the ship at one point, but like we cleaned all that out. But you know what you might be smelling? Liam and Seth use this like really obnoxious body spray. The smell gets everywhere, and I hate it. Maybe it's that. It's like called Hacks or something like that.
But they want to smell like fecal matter.
Maybe
I don't
Captain
know.
uses a fertilizer that
That's what
has.
thing is. Captain's been using fertilizer.
Yeah, Captain uses
could be
fertilizer for her plants.
That's what she's smelling.
But yeah, Daisy's like, I have no idea.
Oh, does Billy ever run into Annie again?
I'm sure Annie is, kicking around the usual spots. Mess hall, bridge. If Billy's walking around, then sure.
Billy does try to say hi to Annie a couple of times, but often seems to kind of get like too nervous and leaves before too long.
But she does actually say hello, right?
Yes, she says hello. She comes up and like talks for a little bit, and then kind of gets a bit too nervous and goes away.
Cute. Yeah, no, Annie seems perfectly civil. Carries out conversation. She's, as nice to talk to as she usually is. If you're anybody but Sparky, apparently. But yeah, perfectly pleasant.
When do you finally tell the boys about Billy?
Probably, I think Sparky probably tells them the day that they had the talk. It's just like, hey, if you see, someone wandering around the ship, they're supposed to be here. It's okay.
Yeah. They're definitely friendly. Until Seth notices Billy being like awkward around Annie. And then, it's kind of the sort of pointing to their eyes and then pointing at you, sort of, I'm watching you. They don't literally do that, but that's their sort of body language.
It's that too. Like, what? Why are you watching me? I'm not doing anything.
They don't literally do the gesture, but that's just like their sort of demeanor is like. Their body language, they're a little bit tense around at everything. Thanks so much for that subscription. With that? Okay, sorry. Streamlabs said a weird thing. But yeah, thanks for that tier 1 subscription. Who would you like to give an advantage to? And yeah, Seth just gets a little awkward around Billy after that. All right, awesome. An advantage to Alex.
Billy, at some point is just like, do you want to see a cool thing I can do with my eye?
So that's like, sure, I guess.
She turns her eye into a strobe light.
And Seth definitely has that sort of like, I don't want to like you, but this is cool, damn it, sort of look on his face. So he's like begrudgingly enjoying it. Yeah, that's a good approximation there, Jay. Dance party eye.
The grumpy dancing face.
Yeah.
I don't like that. This is groovy, but goddamn.
Yeah. All right, and then Liam is also friendly and just fine. Probably doesn't say a whole lot, but isn't like avoiding Billy or anything either. Just isn't very talkative. And then if that's all you want to do before you get to the station, excuse me, we'll go ahead and put you there. So you come into the Sol system and probably not like running on empty, but you definitely need to fill up with some fuel soon. And you are able to dock in the station, and it's a lot like the fuel at Matt's station. All of the space stations have very, very similar layouts. Almost like they contracted with like the same manufacturer for all of them. This one is a little bit, excuse me, bigger though. It does have like an extra ring of rooms around it, which are for shipping and things like that. But you're able to dock, and some folks come out to take all the packages off. And does anybody leave the ship while you're here?
You see Billy kind of like getting ready to head off.
Okay.
Down towards the underneath the ship, towards the legs or the stanzas, because she's gonna do what she said she'd do.
Okay.
I
Unfortunately,
think
Billy
Sparky
wasn't
probably
really.
would too.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a station. Just get out, stretch the legs, see what's going on, see who wants to kill us.
Yeah.
Captain would probably get off too, just to get off.
Mhm.
Look at humans.
And then, what about Annie?
Sure. Let's make it a party.
Okay. Then I need a sight roll from Sparky, Captain, and Annie. Not from Billy, because Billy wouldn't notice this.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
28, so Sparky notices. Annie does not. Captain also does not.
Don't let the paranoid one notice this.
Sorry. Talk to the dice.
Go for it.
So Sparky, you look over and like the next docking bay over is Rip's ship. And Rip's hopping off
What
the thing.
the actual?
I knew when you said the name of this station, I was like, I have been reading the chat, Raven.
Mm-hmm.
Is he just like an Amazon Prime driver now?
No. He's
He's
there for a
making his
very
way
different
up in
reason.
the world.
The universe of the roleplay server and the shows are parallel, but I thought this would be fun to throw in here anyways.
Mhm.
So yeah, Rip's there. Rip notices you and gives you this look of like, we didn't see each other, and just keeps walking.
Is this the Spider-Man's pointing meme?
Not even that.
This is definitely more one Spider-Man going, we didn't see each other, and Sparky doing a hi, and then pointedly going on their way. Like they'll follow along, but they definitely give Rip the like. Sorry, I've just got an itch. Oh, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's traveling up to the. Odd.
Captain's just gonna look at him and then look away.
All right.
Yeah, Sparky does not say anything about seeing Rip. They just they let him do his thing, and they're just keeping a weather eye on the horizon in case A, shit goes bad and they get caught in it, or B, they're the shit going bad from Rip.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Rip just shakes his head and walks off. Sort of this like, if you saw me, no you didn't. Sort of demeanor about
Actually,
him.
may I make a proposition?
Sure.
What if we inform Rip that our old ship is being watched by the GPF? If you would like to go mess with the GPF in regards to that ship,
Have at it.
we have no complaints. Like, don't go slaughter the crew or anything, but like, you know, I bet they would like a toy to play with.
I'm very confused as to the end game of this.
I am too.
There is no end game.
Oh, okay, we're just fucking with him?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, all right. Yeah, that I'm good with.
If you want to try to catch up with him later, you definitely can do so and propose that if he will listen.
Okay. We'll see.
But aside from that sighting, everything else is normal. The receiving crew gets the boxes and crates and stuff off the ship without any issues. You get paid, and you're pretty much free to do whatever you would like on the station, or leave if you want to. Probably after you fuel, I would assume. And that's actually probably a good spot to end the session. With everything normal again.
Weird. We even saw Rip, and like,
And
we're just kind of like,
That fucker's old news.
isn't he though?
Why'd you go hit the old dusty trail there, you cowboy fuck?
And like, Seattle's not
Sorry.
here, so no one wants to like
Yeah, that's true.
immediately have sex with him. So
Yeah.
like,
And Sparky's kind of gotten
That's
over their
fair.
whole thing, so yeah.
I'm
I
surprised.
mean, if given the opportunity, Annie would still probably shoot him.
Oh yeah, if
Annie
it was
still
just
probably
cause.
wants to kill him.
Yeah.
But like,
But otherwise, like, he seems like he's more trouble than he's worth at this point, and not like in a oh he's dangerous, but more like a fucking rip. Like,
it's like when
That's
you play
gonna
a
take all
video
day.
game that has like that unbeatable thing that shows up every now and then.
yeah, and you're just
At
like,
one point, it gets to the point where you're just like, oh god damn it! Like, could
Yeah.
you not?
yeah, you're not even annoyed. You're just like, man, I was busy, and now you're here, and now it's awkward.
like I
with you
was
trying to kill
doing
me.
something. Like,
Yeah.
That's basically where Rip's at the moment too. Like, I have a job to do,
An
and
annoyance.
I can't be bothered to figure out what you're up to now. I'm busy with my own stuff. Go away.
Rip settled
Oh.
down and had a family, and now he's worried about them.
Interesting tidbit. He does have his own ranch on Mars.
No.
Well,
is where
good.
he'd
I guess
rather
we
be
know
right
where
now.
to haunt.
Yeah.
No, I imagine him being in like some kind of like commune family, like a polyamorous family on the
I
ranch.
can see that with Rip.
And like one of them is like, I'm pregnant, and he's just like, oh fuck. And so now he's like all worried about that.
Listen, I
He's
can't
like,
go chase
"Shit,
you
I have
across
to
the
stay
galaxy.
alive."
I got a kid on the way I gotta be thinking about.
I gotta take
Yeah.
a real job like forklifting or Amazon delivery guy.
Even though there's already like 4 kids on the ranch, like he's like,
But-
well, I have to
God.
take some responsibility, I guess.
This one's small, so
This one's gonna cry for a long time, and like I need to provide something, or I need to get away from it. It could go either way. Like,
Oh goodness. All right, we're gonna go on a raid here in just a moment. But before we do, I want to let everybody say what their favorite part was, where we can find them, and anything they want to share or plug. And we'll go reverse order. So, Goody, we'll start with you.
favorite part would probably be, I don't know, meeting Billy's been fun. Meeting Billy has been a lot of fun. And just like Captain being like Billy being all worried, I'm illegal, and Captain being like, yeah, and like same. I mean, no one here exists. Like, no one. We don't officially exist. Like, welcome to the Isle of Misfit Toys. Like, it's what we do here. But yeah, it's I really liked the interaction between Sparky and Billy. That was fun. But yeah, I'll be here next week.
All right, and then Alex, same questions.
Favorite part? Captain both being terrifying and the kindest person ever. Like, dear Lord, she is a well of compassion. But also, she's terrifying. So that is like my legit favorite part. It's also been refreshing to get to see how fucked up everything on the ship actually is from an outsider's point of view.
Yeah, we're great, huh?
Also, having Sparky and Billy do the I'll tell you my deep dark secret if you tell me your deep dark secret, and we can just all lay it out.
That was pretty great.
You can find me here next week for Animus. Well, no, actually, no, you won't find me here next week for Animus, because next week Raven is doing an all-day thing with people who are making like cool one-shots and little game systems and running them. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be cool to watch.
That's going to start around noon Mountain Time on Saturday next week. And yeah, just speaking of which, if we are our mutuals on Twitter or in Discord or whatever, feel free to let me know if you'd like to be involved in that. Gonna do from like noon to like 5 or 6, so like a 5 or 6 hour stream, and basically we'll just sit down and design a 1-page RPG game and play it, and then if we have time, maybe we'll do a second one. Just sort of hanging out and chatting and making silly games, and that's if you've designed a game, if you've published a game, or if you've thought about designing and publishing a game. Like, you don't have to have a game out to be considered a game designer. So yeah, let me know if you would be interested in doing that. It'll be fun. And then V, what was your favorite part? Wow, my brain just went completely blank for a second. Favorite part, where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
Favorite part, absolutely, hands down, Cap just ripping through the fucking wall. There is something in my ship that is not supposed to be here, and you will not stop me from figuring out what it is. Yeah.
She's done with nuance.
Yeah. You know what? I think we're all there with you, Cap. Don't worry. Other than that, the interaction with Seth going down to the infirmary, we'll have to work with Jackie to kind of hone those acting skills, I think, for further future use, perhaps. But it was still fun. I'm glad Seth fell for it for a moment, just to feel a little bit of that impact of the prank. So yeah. As for me, you can find me. What today is Saturday. Despite doing Saturday Animus games for 49 episodes, I still have to think about it every single time. I'll be back on Wednesday. We are actually doing the season finale of Exodus on Wednesday. We've been kind of waiting on this moment for a while. There's a little bit of chaos in the works. Everybody's kind of hitting the fan. So we're going to see how that ends out and start fresh for a new season. Don't know when, but we'll be back. But yeah, then Thursday for Star Wars and back at it again. Not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday for Animus. That's me.
All right, and then Jay, same questions.
As much as in character Sparky hated it, I loved how much of an ass Annie was. Like, I really appreciate how much Annie will lean into a joke to the point where no one is really sure if she's joking anymore. But I love the commitment to the bit on that.
It's like part of her charm, right?
It's so good. And you're like, oh, you're such a bastard, but I love it. It's I eat it up, and I get to enjoy being a character who doesn't eat it up. So it's like starving and being fed at the same time. It's very interesting. There was a second part. I don't remember what it was now. Oh, well, this isn't it, but Rip showing up, because my brain, as soon as you said, what's the name of the station again? Pezos?
Station 329.
As soon as you said 329, my brain went, that's a thing. That's a thing. In another thing. That's a whole thing. And I'm like, we'll get there. It's okay. I don't know if you're right on that one. Whoop, there he is. So that was cool. It's cool to see what you've done kind of like behind the scenes and in parallel to it. Yeah, where you'll be able to catch me next will be this coming Tuesday for Standing Stones at 6 Mountain Time. We had last week off, and then this week we are coming back to some sort of shenanigan. Oh, that's right. We'd met a bunch of dryads, let's call them fawns, in the middle of the woods, and they're weirdly nice to us. So I'm sure that's going to be totally fine. And then yeah, not next week, but the week after that, we'll be back for our 50th of Animus Absentis. Good God. And yeah, that'll be that.
It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm still like, dude, 50
So
episodes
do we
away?
have a
Wow.
game next week?
No, we're not doing Animus or It Snowed in April next week.
Okay.
Because
We'll be back on the
of
24th.
birthday stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
the 17th will be just the birthday stream for like 5 or 6 hours because I'm not doing 24-hour streams again. They're awful. The first 12 hours are fine, and then after that, it's just like you're not even really aware of what's happening. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. My favorite parts, the whole episode was really fun. It's hard to pick a favorite part. I really enjoy the interaction with Captain and Billy, and Sparky and Billy. That was really cool. I really like the new character a lot. I think she's going to fit in quite well with this crew.
Stupid bonuses that you got with Seattle. Fair warning.
I missed the first part of that. What was it?
Not gonna get the stupid bonuses on my tech and mech. And
It's fine. It's about time
Oh.
we started pulling our own weight.
I
That's
don't have
totally fine, yeah.
these sticks in those dice pools anymore.
Yeah. It'll be fine. But yeah, I enjoyed that, and yeah, getting to drop that little, yeah, oh yeah, it's Rip. And he's like, if you saw me, no you didn't. That was fun. But yeah, the whole episode was just fantastic. I enjoyed it, what everybody did. And then where you can find me next will be on Tuesday as well at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for Standing Stones, where I'll be playing Callie, which is short for cauliflower. And I'm sure she'll make some really stupid pun like the Slim Sage thing from last episode, which was, I mean, really just the highlight of my streaming career right there was just getting to make that joke.
It's only downhill from here, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's the peak.
Yeah, that was it. But no, that game's a lot of fun. You should come watch it. Tuesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And then other stuff to share or plug, there is quite a little bit to talk about. So I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. I'm going to throw this into chat again now. So there is a server for the Animus Galaxy, the setting itself, that I am using to expand the world and lore of Animus. There's lots of channels that are just information about different locations or characters or factions. And the goal is at some point when I have the spoons and everything organized is to put that all into its own tabletop book and system. It's still powered by Fundamental RPG, but it'll be its own thing. So that's the ultimate goal there, but that's a lot of time and work, so it'll be a while. But in the meantime, I still want people to be able to play in this sort of sandbox that I've made. And so it's also a roleplay server. So you can go in and make your own character and roleplay with other people in this galaxy. And I am throwing story elements into those channels as well. One of them being at Pezzo Station 329, which is the event that's starting tomorrow, where I will be dropping some pretty major story elements and events into those channels that'll continue for the next few weeks, that people can interact with and kind of choose sides and tell some really cool stories if that's the sort of thing that you are into. You can also join and just read along, see what people are doing, or help world build if that's more your jam. But there's a lot of options, but it's open to everyone now. Previously it was just open to patrons and a select few other people to give some early access and also make sure everything was working before dumping a ton of people in there. But I'm really excited about it. You got a little hint of something that's happening there. As I mentioned, the Animus roleplay server and the Animus shows are different multiverses, essentially. So one isn't going to directly affect the other, but some events may happen very similarly, and this is one of those. So if you want to get a little sneak preview of what's about to happen, or at least something that's similar to what's about to happen in Absentis here, you can go check that out and even interact with it. So yeah, that's really cool. The link to the Discord server is in chat, so feel free to hit that. I'll probably be posting that up on Twitter tomorrow as well, if you miss it. And yeah, that's it for that. Other thing is sponsors. Helps if I could spell. There we go. So those are in chat as well, which is Fundamental RPG. It's a system that this game runs on. Also, Welcome to Madison and Standing Stones this season have all been on that system as well. Yeah, you can pick up the physical copy if you want the actual book that you can hold in your hand. That is available at Amazon. And I found out it's also available at Barnes & Noble. Apparently they have a partnership. So that was pretty cool. Found that out by accident the other day, and I was like, what's my book doing at Barnes & Noble? That's so cool. Anyways, either one. It's the same price on either one. Or if you want the digital version, if you prefer PDFs that you can have on your tablet or your phone, if that's more your speed, you can pick that up at coffee.com/Raven, like it says at the bottom of the screen. And that version is on sale until the end of the month for half off. So you can pick that up for less than $10. So that is a pretty good time to pick it up if you are interested in that. And yeah, that's Fundamental. And then Intrepid, which is adventuring gear for real life. It's a bunch of different products with a tabletop theme. There's like water bottles and mouse pads and apparel and other cool stuff like that. That's also at the coffee website that I mentioned. And then Die Hard Dice, which are really my favorite dice makers currently. It's a really great company. There's really cool people over there. And they make really, really nice, really neat dice. Metal and polymer and a bunch of dice accessories and stuff too. But you can check their stuff out at dieharddice.com, and then if you use the code Blackfeather, all one word with a capital B, you can get 10% off your entire order. And one really cool set that I'm taking, that I am looking at right now, is the Fey Bloom set. It's got this really pretty pink and purple sort of gradient, with I believe it's the silver or white numbers. But it looks really, really cool. There's a link straight to that set as well if you want to check that out there in chat. But that's all of our sponsors. And then final, the Fantasy Network, not Final Fantasy. Wow, my brain is fried. The Fantasy Network is where you can check out past episodes of this show and the other shows that we've had on the channel. You can check that out at watch.thefantasy.network. And that is everything. So we're going to go on a raid. And let me grab that raid cry.
What's that raid cry?
I posted it and then I lost it.
I have another
it's not
one
supposed
if
to
you want.
hover.
I was going to say,
well,
the other one I had was, somebody please plug in my eye.
It's not supposed to hover.
He did.
Awesome.
Just like, can somebody please just plug my eye in? Like that.
Feel free to use either one. Both of those were fantastic. But we're going to go raid Stella Luna, who's just an absolute delight. Give them a follow if you're not doing so already, because they are super cool. And it looks like they're playing The Last Spell, which looks really interesting. But yeah, go throw the raid cry out, give her a follow, and then I will see you all on Tuesday. Bye, everybody.